The touch of your hand makes me tremble within. Love the smell of your hair.
Man, feeling well, man.
What's your name?
My name is Cardi Cornish.
And you a legend?
I'm a legend.
You're a legend here in Baltimore City. Where we at right now?
We live in the 17, Pennsylvania Avenue. The legendary Pennsylvania Avenue.
Man, the last time I saw you here, you were doing something just across the street here. What were you doing?
Oh yeah, I had some food left over from an event. We brung it out and fed a couple of people, man.
Why you do that?
Nice soul food.
Why you do that?
Man, the love that God has shown me in Christ, man, it overflows. That's how it overflows.
Yes, sir.
We got more than we can use.
Already was high within San Antonio, Winchester community, but the age group is getting younger. Children under the age of 18 being murdered in San Antonio has a high peak right now. So our goal is to catch the children.
You going hard, man. You going hard on that man today.
So what do you think, Mr. Mayor? You got manufacturing right here, helping our young people despite all of the challenges in the city of Baltimore, right here on North Avenue.
No, it's really about the growth. Just knowing being there when they were down in Port Covington and seeing how far it's grown. Like you said earlier, like getting the sorbet, where we got the sorbet at the beginning, but now being able to, when I'm at Cannon Yards, get it, or anytime I'm down at Harbor Place to get it, and folks to not even know, but they gonna know now that like this is coming from young people in West Baltimore, right there in West Baltimore on North Avenue, where they think nothing great comes from, but they can see it in what the young people do.
Here on the bank of Mississippi, down right there, French Ford Mathis. A beautiful town, just leaving Algiers, which is an update 10 years since Katrina. The news. All right, y'all, this is what I came to New York for. Besides the Black Wall Street Awards, we're going ahead and get some of this real good jerk chicken. Johnny Glover, out.
I feel the warmth of your skin. Just the touch of your hand makes me tremble within.
But we need to feed our loved ones. DOTS needs to rescind this package policy program so that our loved ones are able to eat every day in that filthy facility that
we have some stars in the building.
First name's Doni, last name's Glover, in it to win it for the long haul, baby. Let me tell you, today we get to talk about my favorite topic of all, Black Wall Street. And for those who don't know, there's the book. I Am Black Wall Street. Came out in 2021. A look at the history of the Black Wall Streets around the country. But without further ado, we're going to bring to the stage a young lady who's all about living Black Wall Street. Her name is Jacqui Cummings.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Doni, how you doing, darling?
How you living?
I'm living in a moment, and I'm living for tomorrow.
Sounds good. How you been?
I've been great. Doing a lot of, getting ready, revved up for this, our 9th Black Wall Street Expo, September the 28th. Just opened the chill spot on 25th Street, doing some amazing things. Our youth and our nonprofit organization run the chill spot, so we're doing pretty good.
What is Black Wall Street?
Black Wall Street is a combination of local businesses, not just local businesses, but businesses come from the DMV and they participate and in a collaborative marketplace where we have food and festivities, we have giveaways, we network, we build on each other, we provide support, community connections. We have a great time at this event.
Tell me more.
Well, it's a we used to call it something else. We used to call it the Charles Village Business Walk. But when I realized that only Black businesses were participating, I reached out to Sherry Gamble Smith, the late Sherry Gamble Smith. She was the president of the Chamber of Commerce in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I asked her permission to use the Black Wall Street name because though there are Black Wall Street movements all around the world, I wanted to connect to Tulsa, Oklahoma's Black Wall Street. So Sherry and I became friends and talked on a regular basis and planned to visit each other until she was unfortunately murdered. Um, by her husband, unfortunately, in domestic violence. But Black Wall Street is just a collaboration of businesses that come together and support one another, providing businesses, services, and merchandise to the community that we live in and the community abroad. We work collaboratively. We believe that keeping our money in our community is very important. That we have everything we need in our community, and if we don't have what we need to learn how to get it. We need to learn how to make it. Need to learn how to provide services and merchandise in our community as best we can. But it's not always easy because the opportunities that are given to some aren't always given to us.
How do you think we're doing in Black America?
Not well. I think we
You
could
don't
be
think
doing
so?
better. I think we could be doing better, but unfortunately, a lot of the opportunities that are given to others aren't given to us, where we have to still fight and struggle much more.
It's deeper than that, though, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's not that not just that opportunities aren't always given to us. We are actually attacked.
It's not only that we are attacked, it's that we have been attacked for so long that sometimes we don't even feel like we can lift ourselves. And we don't even have the faith in ourselves, and we fight each other. And it shouldn't be like that.
I don't know if we don't have the faith in ourselves, but we're constantly under attack. We're constantly playing defense.
We do, but we're also defending ourselves against each other. Like it's unfortunate that we fight, that a lot of us are in situations where we feel I can't help my brother because I don't want them to do better than me, or I can't help my brother because I want to be on the top. It's not about being on the top. It's about working together to be on top together. It's enough for everybody to eat well.
But isn't it understandable that, I mean, give it, granted, we're 13% of the population, and we're going to have, like any other community, those people over there.
Yeah.
But we also got those people over here, like you, prayerfully like me.
Hmm. And that's why we have to continue in our greatness, right? We have to continue doing our best. We have to continue being providers and supporters. So we can all eat. As many who want to eat will eat. We have to believe in each other and support each other. We have to believe in ourselves when things aren't as smooth or easy. Lord knows there's been some rough roads, but we just still got to keep pushing. And it's not hard. It's not easy. It's
I
not
think
easy.
we've done phenomenally well as a people, despite the challenges. I mean, since our very first interaction with the European on these shores, it's been conflict.
Absolutely. I agree.
And it's not uncommon for some of our own who are over there to be a part of the problem. where others use them to stymie our growth. I mean, we have more black elected officials percentage-wise here in Baltimore, here in the state of Maryland, than they have anywhere in the country. But yet, a lot of our politicians get in office, and either they don't know, or they don't want to know, or they don't choose to learn how to use their platform to lift up the people. Like Marion Barry. Marion Barry was just a genius in helping us help each other. He helped make black millionaires. You know, you look around the state of Maryland, you have Senator so-and-so and delegate so-and-so and councilperson so-and-so. And it's like, come on, cuz, how many people have you really helped? So on that note, we're gonna do something a little different today. We're gonna talk about some people who do make a difference. So I'm gonna start it off like Senator Antonio Hayes. He has brought $28 million by way of Governor Westmore to West North Avenue. That's over here where I live at. You over there, Mideast, Charles Village. Senator Hayes has brought $28 million to West North Avenue. Now that's a politician who gets it. You gotta bring the money. You gotta bring back that money. Because they always ask us to vote Democrat and vote for this person, vote for that person. What do we get in return? So it's your turn. Give me a politician who has been helpful that you know of. Helpful to black business.
I'm gonna keep my lips shut on that one.
Oh damn.
I'm gonna keep my lips shut on that one. I love you.
Jeez, Jacqui.
Yep.
Joseph Garner, Arkentrolli Terrace.
Hi, Joseph.
Oh, you know him? You know him?
Ask me another question.
Well, damn, I mean.
I see him on the chat, so I'm just saying hi.
Okay, no, I'm just saying elected official wise. I mean, Brandon, Mayor Scott, he did name 25th Street Black Wall Street. He did come to your event. I saw him there.
Yes, Mayor Scott came to a few of our events. Yes, he did. Absolutely.
We got to give some credit. So I said Antonio.
We had several politicians come to our events, and I'm grateful for their presence. Mayor Brandon Scott came. Yes, that's true.
Who else came?
Mayor Sheila Dixon came. Councilman Stokes came.
Well, that's good because Robert get beat up sometimes. Matter of fact, they voted him out.
Facts.
Did you meet his replacement?
I did.
See, a part of it too, Jacqui, is we have to teach our politicians. We have to teach them. You being an entrepreneur, tell me about your life as an entrepreneur. Plus, you work a 9 to 5.
I'm in my 9 to 5 right now.
Tell me about life as an entrepreneur.
Life as an entrepreneur has always had its ups and downs. I work in real estate, so I lease commercial office space, and I love providing opportunities for businesses to thrive and grow, Black-owned businesses to thrive and grow. Some of my tenants I've had for over 10 years. Some of my tenants have been the only tenants since I purchased the building who occupied that office. Thank you. Some of my tenants have started selling clothes out of their trunk, and now have space in my business and have been in my properties for almost 5 years. I started selling clothes out of their trunk of their car, doing lashes in their dining room. So some of our tenants have felonies. Some of my tenants are recovering addicts. I don't I don't judge them by their past. Some of my tenants have horrible credit. I don't judge them by their past. I judge them for who they are and what they've learned. And when they come to me with their stories, but I see their persistence and their resilience and their determination, I'm up for giving them a chance to grow and to thrive. And honest to goodness, they have been some of my absolute best, most loyal and supportive tenants, period. I don't even like to call them tenants. And I don't like the word landlord. We're a family.
You're the landlord. So
We're a
look,
whole
Joseph wants to
family.
know if you sell commercial property.
No, I don't sell commercial property. I lease commercial office space.
So, did you see what we put on bemorenews.com about your businesses?
Yes, sir.
So let's list some of them. We got a nice photo on the front page of bemorenews.com. First priority cleaning,
Now,
25th
some of
Street
our
tag.
some of our companies that were on here are no longer on here. They've moved moved. One
Oh,
of
well,
them
tell me
moved out
so I
of
can get them off
town.
the list.
Some of them changed. So let me give you the business that are currently in there, and this is only some of them, because some
Well,
of the
let's go.
offices.
Go
Hmm.
ahead. Okay, first priority cleaning. Are they there?
Absolutely.
25th Street tag and title.
BWS tag and title.
BWS. Folks, we
Hmm.
got some live updating of bemorenews.com right here on the Donnie Glover Show. Art X Aaliyah.
Absolutely.
Baser Demore.
Yes.
Blush Pro Beauty.
No.
Calm. Hold up. Let's see.
Calm Body Daily. No.
No. Dear Body.
Yes.
Executive Suites at Notre Maison.
Absolutely.
Hair Personalities.
Yes.
Huey Brand.
Yes.
Republic of Great Men. I got one of their sweatsuits.
Absolutely. They my babies.
Notre
I
Maison
got
connects, of course, and Princess Akima Holistic Healthcare.
No, she was awesome. She moved out of town. Those are
Okay.
some of the business owners that are on the photograph. There's some of the
Right.
business owners that are on the photograph, but we also have Dear Body. I don't know if you said that one. I think you said Dear Body.
I
Dear
did say
Body.
Dear Body.
We
So,
have a
so
must see.
hold on. So additionally, folks, we're doing
Mhm.
some live updates on bemorenews.com right here online as we speak. This is real time.
Yay.
Additionally, other businesses include
A must see, and that's SI.
SI,
Yes, a must SI.
A must SI. Okay.
Easy Go Lab.
Easy Go Lab. L-A-B as in boy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Dig into change.
Dig into change.
That's Marie. That's our Marie.
Okay. What's up, Marie? Shout out to you. Marie Diggins.
That's right. That's our Marie. We have moving forward.
Moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
We have my sister's keeper, House of Kings.
That's all one name.
Yes, my sister's keeper, House of Kings.
Okay.
Tax time.
Tax time.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo. All right.
Born Ready Inc.
Born Ready Inc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Chill Spot.
That's the last one.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
We have 2 incoming in November. And that would be Aaron's, AARIN, apostrophe S.
In November.
Yes.
So in November, new businesses will include, what's the name again?
Aaron's, AARINS, apostrophe S.
Uh-huh.
And Freddie Estelle.
Freddie Estelle, Estelle.
Yes.
Okay. Is that it?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to have this up in about 30 seconds. In November, new businesses will include Aaron's and Freddie Estelle.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's live on bmorenews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. All right. Special hello from Rico Crawley. Rico Crawley is probably, he and Michael Randolph are 2 our top visitors to this show. Big supporters. Of course, he put his greeting there. He says, support Black business. Good morning, everyone. Peace and blessings from God's giving hands. Thank you, Rico Crawley, for all of your support. Can't buy that kind of support. Okay, here comes Joseph again. Are you bidding?
No, Joseph. No.
Hey, Joseph, you need, Jacqui, let's put your contact information because, you know, these are conversations we don't need to be having online. How can people reach you, Jacqui?
Sure. Info, they can email me at info@nmconnects.org.
No phone number?
410-235-5222.
Yeah, Joseph, some things we need to do not, you know, in the public space. So let's talk about Notre Maison. Probably the name you like to say more than anything. Because you just take on that whole parlez-vous français, je ne sais pas, vous travaillez, nous regardons la télévision. You know, you just take on that whole French thing.
Release one of them twos off of that 5222.
Oh, my bad. Damn. Gotta do it again. My daddy say they don't remember how fast you did it. They remember how well you did it. All right, there we go. There you go. 235-5222. Okay, Joseph? All right. So tell me about Notre Maison.
Notre Maison started. Notre Maison is French for our house. So we created an opportunity for people to just come together. I started Notre Maison 2002 when I first divorced 13 years, and I wanted to be able to provide an opportunity for people to come and feel comfortable if they didn't want to go to a bar or a club. My daughters were in elementary school at the time, and I wanted to meet nice people, but not go to a club or a bar. So I started Notre Maison Tea House. We did open mic and poetry for 14 years, did chat night, did book signings, did
I
different.
commend anybody who do something more, for longer than a year. Because 14 years, that's equity. That's sweat equity hours.
Absolutely.
And poetry don't pay a whole lot of money.
Yeah, no. It was for love for sure. And it was convenient because I lived upstairs in an apartment that I created. And we lived there for 5 years. Doing the I don't want to be a starving artist. So I kept my day job with the school system. And so from there I purchased the double building next door and I started leasing office space as executive suites at Notre Maison.
That's pretty smart, Jacqui. What prompted you to expand like that? Was it just
Opportunity.
common sense?
Opportunity. I had when I first moved to the block, people said, "You gonna buy up the whole block?" I'm like, "You crazy? No, no way." But opportunity presented itself, and I was available. I was ready. See, I believe in not getting ready, but being ready. I really believe in that. Just be ready all the time. And so, because you don't know when the opportunity is gonna present itself for you to be amazing and for you to come up. So just be ready. And then the opportunity of building came available in 2021 for me to buy the old Calvin Scott bookstore. So I purchased that one too. And then the last building I purchased, which is 36 West 25th Street, the owner of the building, the original owner of the building passed, and her son acquired the building. Before she passed, or soon after she passed, her son had visited from California, and he just so happened to visit during the Black Wall Street Expo. And so he talked to me and saw what was going on and came up to the executive suites at 1416. He was really impressed with what he saw and what I was doing. So he called me some months later and he said, "Do you remember me?" I said, "Yes, I do." He said, "I'd like to sell you my building." And I said, "I'd like to buy your building." And so I did. It's not about getting ready, it's about being ready. So I purchased this building, and that is the new home of the Chill Spot, which is where we're going to bring back some of the elements of Notre Maison Tea House, where we have chat night and open discussion and podcasts and book signings. Aren't you doing your book signing there?
Yes, ma'am.
That's right. We have our birthday party coming up. We've been open not even a month. Well, yesterday made a month. We've had
Congratulations, Jacqui.
Thank you. We've had a motorcycle club meets there regularly. They've already had 3 meetings there. And it's just if you need a place to hold a meeting, do something intimate, sipping paints and things like that, we are available. Get on the calendar because days are filling up. We have our young people in our nonprofit organization called Notre Maison Connects. They're doing a young people's chat night podcast where they have an open discussion every other Wednesday. They're starting October 9th.
Jacqui, you are such an inspiration to so many of us. And you're very giving, you're sharing, you're always about helping people, but you don't take no foolishness.
I limit the foolishness. I limit it. I really limit the foolishness, but I really don't get too much foolishness. I get more respect than foolishness.
How do you balance the 9 to 5, the entrepreneurship? How do you balance that? What's the other side of that people don't see?
My downtime is my downtime. And I do have my downtime. Sometimes my downtime is spending quality time with my daughters, whether it's FaceTime or just over the phone because they live in California and Atlanta. But my youngest daughter, Erin, is returning to Baltimore in November, and she's opening a vegan restaurant in the Chill Spot. So that's why Aaron's has been added to the list of businesses coming to 25th Street. She will be adding a vegetarian menu to the Chill Spot, and her fiance owns a clothing brand called Freddie Estelle. If he does I mean his work is very impressive, and I'm so excited to have him on 25th Street and on board. If you are on Instagram, Aaron's is Hey Aaron. She acts and models in California, and she brings me so much joy and peace and help, and so will her fiance. My son-in-law is such a sweetheart, and I'm so excited about them returning. My oldest daughter, Aaliyah, helps me out. Our ex Aaliyah helps me out a lot as well. We are all entrepreneurs, and we support and love on each other and assist each other, and that helps to ground me.
But it's got to be more. It's got to be more than just your daughter. I heard you like horses.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh, come on now. I heard you like horses.
I love horses. I love horseback riding. I love yoga. I love playing racquetball. I love being very active, skydiving, zip lining, rock climbing. I love all that stuff. I like to dress up, but I also am a tomboy.
And then I heard you love dogs.
Oh, don't what? My Oliver, how's Pharaoh? We. Oh, there's Pharaoh. Okay. Well, my house is about to be full because he's asleep. Okay. My youngest daughter has 2 Dalmatians, and my oldest daughter has a Chihuahua, a Pomchi, which is Oliver and a Chihuahua mixed, and a cat, a Siamese cat, who think he's a dog.
Tell me about dog lovers.
Oh, I love dogs. So if there's a dog, there's some love, unconditional love.
I agree. Okay, so who are some of your strategic partners that you can share?
GBMC, Gilchrist. I'm currently working with Pepsi for the Black Wall Street Expo. Let me tell you, I've had the extraordinary opportunity to visit the Ivy Hotel and sit and have a conversation, not just myself, but my students in the Greater Youth Initiative sat in the Ivy Hotel and had a conversation, an extensive conversation with Mr. and Mrs. Brown. And that was so refreshing and so rewarding. It was just, I can't even explain. They really talked about.
And for those who don't know, Eddie Brown is a Brown Capital Management. He manages $5 billion, probably the largest black investor brokerage firm here in the state of Maryland, and one of the largest in the country. He's put up money for Micah and a number of other entities, not just here in Baltimore, but probably across the country. Eddie and Sylvia Brown. Matter of fact, you go down to North and Mount Royal, if I'm not mistaken, he paid for that building there. Or is it the glass building further down the street?
$6 million.
Yeah. Black man. Well, tell me something you learned from Eddie and Sylvia Brown.
Not ready, get ready. Not to be ready, not get ready. But but also, you know, how they talked about growing up and the struggles and the challenges, but overcoming them to be, once they met, and to be great and to stay loyal and to stay focused and not give up on yourself.
One thing I learned from Eddie Brown was, if you want the best people on your team, first of all, you want the best people around on your team. You want the best personnel you can get. But the lesson that I learned from him was, you gotta pay them. You gotta pay them, and not just pay them, you have to pay them the best compensation package in the region. That's what I learned from him. You got to pay top dollar. You want the best, you got to pay the best.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of times, that's my challenge with a lot of these elected officials. They want this, but they want to pay this. They want this, but they want to pay this. Now, when the white boy come along, they pay them this, but they want to pay their own this. I ain't with that. Democrat, Republican, black, white, I ain't with it. You gonna pay me, you gonna pay me top dollar. Otherwise, I'm staying out. Huh?
I said Aretha Franklin.
What?
She wasn't performing unless she got paid first. She did not play.
She know people, and it's a people thing.
Yeah.
I think of some of our best artists, you know, musical entertainers. They've had to struggle in order to get their money. But, you know, people will go out and pay people of other races top dollar, and they're not even always as talented, if at all, or even close. Anyway, I don't mean to bore you. Anything else that we need to cover? Miss Jacqui?
Yes, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's right, you multitasking.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. So anything else you want to share? Let's go over the details of the Black Wall Street Expo.
Give me 1 minute.
So, folks, we're talking with Jacqui Cummings, entrepreneur extraordinaire, founder of the nonprofit Notre Maison Connects, which helps young people, teaches them, helps them get their driver's license, takes them fishing to Boston and other places up and down the East Coast. I know she's trying to get a van that she's been working on. She also has a number of businesses on 25th Street, including First Priority Cleaning, BWS Tag and Title, Art Exalia, Bézier d'Amour, Diabati, Executive Suites at Notre Maison, Hair Personalities, Huey Brand, Republic of Great Men, and Notre Maison Connects. Additionally, other businesses include a Must-See, Easy Go Lab, Digging to Change, Moving Forward, My Sister's Keeper, House of Kings, Tax Time, Born Ready Inc., and The Chill Spot. And in November, 2 new businesses will be coming, which are her daughter and soon-to-be son-in-law, Aaron's and Freddie Estelle. And Jacqui Cummings is also working in the Baltimore City public school system, helping our young people, counseling them, helping them to navigate the challenges of life here in the city of Baltimore. So any final thoughts, Jacqui?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Any final thoughts?
I'm multitasking, sort of kind of taking an early lunch break.
They some fly glasses you got on there, Jacqui.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay, well, we're going to let you go. Did you have any final thoughts?
I'd like to invite everyone out to the Black Wall Street Expo, September 28th from 12 to 6 p.m. Come out for food and fun and festivities. If you are interested in participating and you have a business, you can register online at nmconnects.org.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us, Jacqui.
You're welcome.
So I want to share some history with you. Again, this book, I Am Black Wall Street, I go into the history of Black Wall Street, not just the one in Tulsa. Work with me here. There we go. So let me give you a little bit of history. The first black people to make it to Oklahoma, to Tulsa, Oklahoma, went out there in 1843 under the leadership of Chief John Horse. Now, Chief John Horse came out of Florida, and he was a soldier in the Second Seminole War. There were 3 Seminole Wars. He fought in the second one. He and other blacks, because many people don't know, Florida was owned by Spain until 1831. Florida was owned by Spain until 1831. This means, or this meant, that if you were enslaved in Georgia, South Carolina, Louisiana, wherever, and you could make it to Florida, you could get your freedom. Did you know that? Up until 1831, if you escaped down deep down south and you were able to get to Florida, as long as you were willing to convert to Catholicism and fight for the Spanish crown, you could get your freedom. They don't tell us this stuff in school. She's in school right now. They don't teach this stuff in school. As a matter of fact, some of the history I learned, my teachers didn't know. So anyway, there were 3 Seminole Wars. The Seminole, and let me tell you what a Seminole is. That is not a specific tribe. The Seminoles, it comes from the word Cimarrones, which means wild ones. And what it really means is indigenous peoples who were fleeing the European invasion, because back then the Europeans were coming in and they wanted to take over. Remember, they took over the East Coast first, the 13 original colonies. Florida was not one of the original colonies. And so in this Second Seminole War, Chief John Horse, he was black, but he also had indigenous roots as well. And unbeknownst to a lot of us, or it seemingly goes over our head, there were already black people in America before the slave ship. All you got to do is look at Lerone Bennett Jr.'s Before the Mayflower, or Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. They came before Columbus. Many black authors have written about the blacks who were in North America long before slavery, 15th, 16th century slavery. Unbeknownst to many of us, the Spanish and the Portuguese were doing business, slave business in South America 100 years before the British were doing slave business in North America. But thousands of years ago, blacks had already been to these Americas. Evidenced by the 450 mound pyramids that are found across the country, evidenced by Kincaid's Cave out in the Grand Canyon, where they have found Egyptian artifacts, evidenced by the Olmec heads, which are found in Mexico, some 2,500 years old. How many of us, for example, know that the oldest bones found in the Americas, North America and South America, the oldest bones found in the Americas are that of Luzia in Brazil. Luzia, L-U-Z-I-A, L-U-Z-I-A. Just Google Luzia, L-U-Z-I-A, and Brazil. And you will see what scientists, they took her DNA from the bones and reconstructed what they thought she looked like. And she was essentially a full four-headed black woman who looks much like, head shaped like Rihanna's. Now, I'll tell you this. Most recently, this year, these scientists have narrowed the nose and narrowed the forehead of what they think the prototype is. And I think it prompts the need for more blacks to work in the field of DNA, science, genetics, because too often other people, non-black people, are trying to tell our story. We need black scientists to hone in on these very same topics. But long story short, blacks have been in these Americas for thousands of years. Tell you something else. It has been said that black people came to North America in 1619. And we're talking about contemporary history. I'm not talking about Luzia or the Olmec heads or Kincaid's Cave. I'm talking about 15th, 16th century when the slave trade was thriving. We were here before 1619, at least 1525. Evidenced by the blacks who came, the Spanish enslaver tried to bring some African Americans and enslave them here in North America. And essentially they beat them up and escaped into the Gullah Islands. How many of us even know about the Gullah Islands? Off the coast of Georgia, off the coast of South Carolina. And these people have been able to maintain a lot of their indigenous culture that they brought with them from Africa. I've never been to the Gullah Islands. Lord, I want to see it. We have to learn our history. How many people know, for instance, that in New Jersey, there's a place called Burlington Island, and it is known, I write about it in this book, I Am Black Wall Street, available on Barnes & Noble and on Amazon. I Am Black Wall Street, that blacks have been all up and down the East Coast. Burlington Island, New Jersey, known as the cradle of emancipation. So much history. So anyway, Chief John Horse, he fights his way out of Florida. They fight their way to a truce. Now, the Indians down there, the indigenous people, they never stopped fighting. Their backs were all the way to the wall in the Florida Everglades, all the way to the wall. And they are called the Unconquered. But they got a little mad at Chief John Horse because he fought to a truce. The U.S. government, including the likes of Andrew Jackson, who wanted to put blacks back in slavery, who wanted to re-enslave blacks, and who wanted to send the Indians to a reservation. And this is all in that manifest destiny. Manifest destiny is what a lot of Europeans think is their God-given right to come and dominate other races. We're not having it. Anyway, a lot of the indigenous Americans fighting alongside Chief John Horse and his black soldiers, they got mad at Chief John Horse for fighting to a truce. Chief John Horse is probably the greatest black hero ever, next to Harriet Tubman. But the U.S. government offered Chief John Horse land in Oklahoma. Now, at that time, Oklahoma was known as Indian Territory. Indian Territory. It was not called Oklahoma. Remember, everybody was on the East Coast. That's where the 13 colonies were, excluding Florida up until 1831, excluding Louisiana, because if you know your history, you know when the U.S. purchased Louisiana from France, that expanded the U.S. another 2/3 to include the other 2/3 of the country. But Chief John Horse essentially led 200 black families to Oklahoma on what was the Trail of Tears. Now, we are about revising and re-explaining history that has been lost. Not all blacks on the Trail of Tears were enslaved. I'm telling you, Chief John Horse was a soldier that fought to a truce, fighting the likes of Andrew Jackson, and they made their way all the way to Oklahoma, where they found themselves still dealing with Indians who trying to put them in slavery and white people who trying to put them in slavery. But nonetheless, he get to Oklahoma, makes a trip back east to D.C., say, hey, it's not what you told me it was going to be out here in Indian Territory / Oklahoma. They trying to enslave my people. You know, we fighting just as hard as when we were in Florida. Chief John Horse goes back to Oklahoma and then leads those 200 black families through Texas, building black towns along the way. For those who don't know, East Texas alone had over 500 black towns. I write about it in this book, I Am Black Wall Street. They had over 500 black towns in East Texas alone. But we don't learn this history. They paint this picture like black people are like, yes, a boss, yes, a boss. Come on, man. Learn your history. Our people were strong. Our people were fighters. Our people were gladiators. They did not tolerate slavery. And not just in these Americas. I write about the fight that went on in Venezuela, the fight that went on in Panama, the fight that went on in Jamaica, the fight that went on in Haiti, the only successful slave insurrection in the Western Hemisphere. And that's why anything you hear about Haiti today will be negative, because mainstream media do not want you to know that the people in Haiti are the strongest black people in the Western Hemisphere. And yeah, I said it. All you hear about Haiti is something negative. Everything you hear about Haiti is something negative. But I'm here to tell you that Haitians got to be the strongest black people in the Americas, because they successfully kicked the European in the hind parts out of Haiti, no matter what you hear. So when I hear about a Hillary Clinton going down to Haiti and running some type of nonprofit scam, I'm not thrilled. We got to start using our thinking caps. Remember that back in elementary school? Put on your thinking caps, boys and girls. Nothing you hear about Haiti will be good ever in your lifetime. Why? Because Haiti kicked Napoleon in the hind parts. Smashed him. Anyway, Chief John Horse goes through Texas to Mexico. This is the most phenomenal story you never heard. Chief John Horse. Look him up. Don't take my word for it. You should get my book. It's only $20. But look him up. Chief John Horse. They called him Gopher John. He had a bunch of nicknames. Smart. They'll paint a picture like our people weren't smart. Let me tell you something else. In this book, I Am Black Wall Street, I write about Juan Garrido, Garrido. Look him up. Don't take my word for it. Juan Garrido. He was a Spanish conquistador, one of the first blacks to make it to the Americas during the era of slavery. Not all blacks were enslaved. Not all whites were free. There were whites who were enslaved too. And if you for whatever reason think it's not possible, come to Santan and look and see what I see. You see people who are descendants, white people who got to be descendants of slavery, because they had a 400-year head start, but they down here panhandling in my neighborhood. And my neighborhood is one of the most socially, economically challenged neighborhoods, communities in the state of Maryland. So when mainstream media paints the picture that blacks are lazy, blacks are on welfare, that's not true. Black people are some of the hardest working people out here. Do we have people who are challenged? Sure. That's why Harriet Tubman carried that Colt 45 for those weak people. But we also had strong people like a Harriet Tubman, Araminta Ross. We had people like Ida B. Wells who talked about lynching. We had people like in my profession, journalism, like Ethel Payne, the first lady of the Black press. And their DNA is in many of us today. Again, not all Black people were doing the sambo, the step and fetch it, shuffling feet. A lot of our people were revolutionaries. In Brazil, the freedom fighter extraordinaire was named Zumbi, Z-U-M-B-I, in Brazil. They say Brazil, but it's Brazil. Zumbi was a freedom fighter. He was beheaded. That's how bad he was. In Jamaica, they had Nani, the Maroon Queen, my favorite story from the Caribbean. Legend has it, the British soldiers come to her and shoot the bullets, and she flip her backside around, and the bullets ricochet back and knock them down. Jamaica. As a matter of fact, during the Haitian Revolution, there was a Jamaican who was a part of the Haitian Revolution named Dookie. We got to learn our history. We have to realize that just because our brothers might speak patois or they speak Spanish, that's still your brother. They went through the same struggle, the same fight against the same enemy. We cannot allow things to divide us. We have to learn our history, even though people like the governor of Florida wants to ban books. They want to ban knowledge. They want to revise history. They want to retell the story as if it weren't that bad. It is bad. It's so bad that you got a cat named Donald Trump who's actually eligible to run for president. So that sickness is still all around us. It's ubiquitous. And until America heals itself, until America comes clean like a drug addict at an NA meeting, until America admits how race has destroyed, how the struggle with race is destroying the very fabric and core of this nation, we will never heal. 9/11 came, oh, everybody's your brother. We all against the Arabs. White people were kinder than ever before. Thanksgiving and Christmas come, oh, we nice. We giving away turkeys. We giving away toys. Yet you have, when Barack Obama came into office right after George Bush, you had corporate CEOs getting $1 million parachutes, multi-million dollar parachutes, $1 billion parachutes. The average person out here is struggling, but these CEOs are taking home incredible salaries. We got to get back to some common sense. Anyway, Chief John Horse, he goes from Oklahoma through Texas, building Black towns along the way. And there were hundreds of Black towns across America, even in New York City. He goes through Texas and he lands in Mexico, where he and his soldiers become the border patrol for Mexico. And by the way, Mexico did have a Black president. Look it up. Mexico had a Black president. Mexico. Did you know that? Back in the day, Mexico, home of Canelo Alvarez, boxeo, had a Black president. Black people were prominent. Black people were explorers. The founder of Chicago, a Black man, Du Sablé. The founder of Chicago, the man who discovered Chicago, Chi-Town, Chi, a Black man, Du Sablé. Did you know? First man to reach the North Pole, a Black man. Did you know? We're on a roll today. Damn, ran out of time. Matthew Alexander Henson. And if it weren't for Herbert Frisbee, he wouldn't have gotten credit. White America wanted to give the credit to Admiral Perry. And this is no slight on the good white people out there. This is just to clarify some facts that too many of us don't know about our own history. Read. Reading is fundamental. Open up a book. We all on social media. We need to get on our history. My name's Doni, last name's Glover. We'll be back today at 12 noon. We'll be talking with Rhonda Watis at 12 noon on the New Life Recovery Show. Thank you to Vin McCormick and those people who make that show happen. This show airs Monday through Friday from 9 to 10 a.m., the Emmy-nominated Donnie Glover Show. So we've talked about I Am Black Wall Street, available on Barnes & Noble. My first book, Unapologetically Black. Well, I got to really work on my lighting here. There we go. Come on. Come on. That's me at the White House. And then last but not least, my most recent book, Journalpreneur, where I look at the intersection of journalism and entrepreneurship. Have a beautiful day. Got a little bit of rain out there. It's going to help the grass to grow. Good morning, world. And special thank you, Jacqui Cummings, Notre Dame. 25th Street, Black Wall Street Expo coming up.